Draping sari in the Gochi Kattu style with Maharashtrian variation. Important note, this video is a mirror image. Follow along as if you were looking in the mirror to get dressed. Your sari should be on the same side as mine when you are facing the video. Go ahead and get your sari and get it arranged with your palu coming around the back of you on the right hand side. Twist around inside your sari and go ahead and leave at least a yard on your left front side because you're going to be pleating that and pulling it through your legs. Go ahead and tie at the waist. My palu isn't completely around the right side in the back right now, but it's good to have it back there and ready to go. Now we're going to go ahead and take this front portion, bring it through our legs, and begin pleating at the bottom border. This is a thick silk, which can be good in monsoon season and winter. Not that it isn't good other times of year too, but it gives very good coverage at these types of year especially. So you may notice that it's a little bit more unruly and it doesn't fold quite as easily as some of the lighter silks might, but it's still quite nice. Now you may have noticed I had way too much fabric. I have a habit of not having enough, so sometimes now I overestimate. So I'm going to go ahead and pull it back just a little bit and retie. If this happens to you, don't worry about it. As you can see, it still happens to me. Right, now we're going to go ahead and bring that portion through our legs again. Make sure that we fix our borders, and we're going to go ahead and start pleating there on the bottom border once again. You may notice there's the fall sewn onto that border. If this was a lighter silk, it would be easier to get the thinner pleats to remain nice and thin and easy, but that's not a worry with this type of silk. It'll still look nice when we get to the finished look. We'll go ahead and tuck in. We're not going to go ahead and pin it just yet because I'm going to show you more than one variation and we're actually going to wind up moving it. Though I do recommend arranging your borders and putting a few pins in it. That way it'll stay nice and aligned if you ever need to move it around for any reason. Go ahead and check both sides to make sure you don't have things sticking out in strange ways. That little cut there was so that I wasn't bending over for the better part of a minute in front of the camera just trying to pin the back. Alright. Whoopsies! Dropped my palu. Now we're going to go ahead and take our palu. Remember where your borders are and which one's top and which one's bottom. Pull it around. Go ahead and start your pleating on the bottom border. Moment to get my pleats all nice and neatened because as you can see, this type of silk sometimes has its own ideas on how it wants to pleat. Which is not a problem, just takes an extra moment or two. This type of silk is very, very comfy. This particular saree did in fact come from Maharashtra. Go ahead and pin our palu, but we're not actually pinning it quite to our shoulder at this minute. We're just pinning the palu so that it will stay together. And the reason for that is I'm going to be showing you a variation on this style, and I need to be able to rearrange the palu, but I'll want to keep it neat. It looks a tiny bit funny right now. It'll be fixed. This style is best done with a saree that is at least 6 yards in length, but it's better if it's 7, honestly. And the next video that I will be putting out, I'm going to show you how to do this style in the Maharashtrian style, but the proper way. The Maharashtrian variation that I'm going to be showing you here in a few moments is kind of a cheater style and isn't quite traditional. It is, but you won't have nearly as much room to walk, move your legs, and sit down as you would in the Nowwari. And the Nowwari version that I'm going to be showing you how to do is going to have the double borders. Now this here is the Gochi Kattu style. It comes from a small part of Andhra Pradesh. And I've seen other people do it where they actually do a much smaller border, so you can actually see the border that's been pulled up between your legs in the back. But this type of sari that I'm wearing just isn't quite appropriate for that, and I like to keep more covered. So now you can see we're going to rearrange things slightly. We're going to let that fall there in the back. We're going to make our pleats starting in the front this time. And not too many, just enough so that we've got a nice pleated look here up in the front. Now we're going to go ahead and pull our palu back around the normal way, draping it over our left shoulder. Go ahead and tug everything into place. Now we'll go ahead and pin the sari to the blouse. Arrange your jewelry also. Of course, you may not have already put your jewelry on yet and may have waited till the very end. No worries. Go ahead and get that pinned. Now we're going to bring this up in the back. This also won't wind up riding as high and won't wind up making quite the same pants shape as if you had a Nowwari on, just because there's much less fabric. But as mentioned, I will show you how to do this in Nowwari as well, and with that beautiful double border. But for now, we have this lovely variation which you can wear in a normal sized sari for those of you who don't have Nowwari length. And it looks really, really nice. It can be very comfy too. But you will have a bit of a shoulder stride when you go ahead and try to walk in this style. So keep that in mind. If you go with the Gochi Kattu style, then you'll tend to have a little bit longer stride because it's not tucked in the back and there's a little bit more play with the upper part of your sari. Go ahead and do any finishing tugs on your fabric. Whoops! Sometimes my kamarband likes to rebel. So I'm gonna go ahead and fix it real fast. There we go, all better. Gonna put on our kamarband for a nice traditional look. And here we have it. Ways to drape the Gochi Kattu style, and a way to do a Maharashtrian variation. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that this has helped you in wearing saris. Keep your eyes out for the next video where I'll teach you how to do another Nawari draping. Until then, have a great day. Like, subscribe, leave me some great comments down below so I know what you like and what you want to see more of. Have a great day and take care. Har Har Mahadev.